Hello and welcome to another At Home With episode of Toyshop on Tour. We're here at the home of the greatest team in the British Basketball League, the Leicester Riders, and we're going to show you some toys, aren't we?
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Gav,
Am I up first? Right then, mid-80s.
My era.
Infrared. Infrared was big. Light guns, all that kind of thing. So I have Photon. My Photon set.
Wow.
How cool is this? Look at that beautiful set. So you could shoot each other, you could shoot the target. Look, it's even still got the little cards. That is so hard to get hold of one of them. And that's all it is. This one's pretty much a target version of it. But what you could get, just like on the amazing artwork on the box, you could get helmets and packs and everything, run around your neighborhood shooting each other. And there was a big time. There was laser tag as well at the time. That had a little little laser sensor. But Photon was my favorite. The sounds were good. They were big 80s sounds. And they made action figures, and these are hard to get hold of now, aren't they?
Now I've got a story to this.
Oh, okay.
LJN made the toys, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
So the second series of these, because there was more figures planned in the line, they were planning to do a lot more, and those figures are extremely hard. I mean, like as in like very few exist.
Yeah.
And we've had a couple in some years and years ago, like over a decade ago.
They came in, yeah.
They came out of an old. It was out of an old corner shop. Like this guy had gone and cleared this corner shop, and these figures were in there. And there was only one. I think we had one of each.
Yeah.
And absolutely amazing. We had some of the first figures that you see on the back there.
Yeah.
But none of the gun sets. The gun set's kind of the common thing, isn't it? It's the figures that you want.
Look at it. What a great looking weapon that is. That is a cool looking laser gun, isn't it?
I'm not a guy that's into guns, but even like, can I have a go? Can I have a go?
Go on then.
Can we actually make it work? Does it make noises and stuff?
Yeah, it does make noises.
Can you get it to make noises?
No, we've got no batteries.
Oh, flipping heck. I didn't think
And
this
it's old.
did you?
It's old as well. What are the chances?
You know what the thing about electronic toys like? They've always got that smell of, oh yeah, drink that in. It's wonderful.
Oh, it is.
The smell of rotting electronics.
I think this is a slightly later release because on all guns they now have to, all toy guns they have to do a little red end. But I remember my original ones were all black. Yeah. The original release ones. But I think that's just a beautiful item.
They're really cool. I mean, they are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the figures where my love lies. I think the figures are amazing because they're sort of, they've got that sort of, I don't know, they've just, well, they're OGN, so they're going to be cool, they're going to be bright, they're colourful. There's a lot to love about them. But you try and find them.
Yeah, you won't.
I like
but
that.
Yeah, you're like, if you like Photon, you'll pick these up, won't you? They're not hard to get hold of.
No,
they're hard to get them little cards.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, the guns themselves, you know, really, really cool.
And still really good value.
Yeah.
But the figures, forget it. You know, certainly the later figures. You'll find the first two that are on the back of the box. You'll find them easy enough, but the others.
Yeah, and even then, not
really
that easy.
No, not that easy. We have had some in though recently. Yes. But cool. Yeah.
So I can see what you've got, and I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, I bought obviously. I bought the Eiffel Tower.
I say a big metal Eiffel Tower.
And that's all I've got to say about that.
Tell me how this is a toy.
It's not. No. It's not really. But if you're into dioramas and stuff,
okay,
and you're into like French cars, it's one of those items where you sort of go, and it was sold as like I think it was like a souvenir. It's made out of really cheap metal. It's got some age to it. I don't know what age it is, but it's quite funny because they've never punched through these properly. No. If you're bored one afternoon, you can punch all the holes in. You know what I mean? They're very, very thin. But this came. The reason why I love this so much is it came off an old customer who sadly passed away. A customer called Jacko. Jacko, do you remember Jacko? Yeah, mad cyclist, and a lovely guy, but crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely
really
crazy.
Was mad.
I mean, we've memorably had a photo of him. He came in the shop and he dropped his trousers because he wanted to show me I'd fallen off his bike. So it's a memory of a customer who's sadly passed, and it's also French, which I like
Yeah.
Very much. And it also fits in with my little cars. I don't set it up like a diorama.
Oh, really? As soon as you said French cars, I pictured it with all the little cars you've got all around it.
I don't have that sort of space, Gav. I haven't got that sort of real estate. I live in a small house. But it sits at the back of my shelf next to my computer. My computer's basically surrounded with things. Essentially, what I need to do is get a smaller computer so I can fit more stuff around it. But it sits there, and I love it because of that. It's one of those toys that it reminds me of a person, and it reminds me of a time of going to his house. You know, and he was an amazing bike collector. He had amazing his bikes there were fantastic. But you know, not for me. But it's just a really lovely guy, and it's a lovely item. And I've not seen another one since. And it's only a cheapie. It's one of those things of like, I don't know what the intrinsic value of that is, probably like 20 quid or something.
Yeah. It's a weird choice.
Yeah.
I understand that it's nice, the story's lovely.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
But it's not a toy.
But it's not a toy.
But the good thing as well,
you had me about my hot toy the other day.
it comes apart. If somebody broke into your house, you do some damage with that.
Secret weapon.
Do you know what I mean? It's like that. You'd have to just go, hold on. Burglar, wait.
Let me just get my Eiffel Tower.
Let me just get my Eiffel Tower. Well, to be precise, half of my Eiffel Tower. And also, if you needed an emergency Olympic torch, you've got it going. There's just so much you can do with it, Gav. It's multi thing, and you could also use it as a, you know, first thing he said when he saw it was like, "Is that the Blackpool Tower?"
I was messing about.
It wasn't. It's just an absolute heathen. But yeah, that's my item, and I know it's not a toy, but it's something that means a lot to me because of who owned it and because it's French, and you know, it's really cool. And also, you know, if you needed to undo something that was square, you could use it like a sort of screwdriver.
You've got to stop trying to convince me on this now.
And you could use it as like, you could put a glass, you could look in glass, look like that.
Give it up, give it up.
Wear it as a hat. It's multitude of uses, Gav.
I'm going to cut him off here and say goodbye.
It even says Paris on it. Paris. Paris. Paris.